Ooh. Hi,
Hello.
I'm Oliver the Ricketts.
I am still just Brittany. It is Thursday, July 26th. About 10:30.
Can't see what it's 10:32, and we're about to go in to see Mission Impossible.
What is this one?
Okay, all right, the last one was Rogue Nation. Oh, this is like Mission Impossible, like Revelations or some shit.
Resolutions.
Mission Impossible.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's Mission Impossible Fallout. I bet you.
I'm looking it up.
Mission Impossible Genesis.
It is Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout.
This is the 6th Mission Impossible movie.
I don't think I've seen all of them. One with Philip Seymour Hoffman I do not recall seeing. I maybe saw it. I don't remember.
That's my favorite one. Yeah, the thing about Mission Impossible for me is it's the same reason that a lot of people like Fast and the Furious. It's let's make it bigger every single time.
More ridiculous.
Right, but
More
this
people.
this I feel like is more tailored towards my taste than
I agree.
Fast and Furious is. You know,
I'm not a big Fast and the
Spies.
Furious person.
I think part of that is I'm not a car person.
They're almost too ridiculous.
Right. The last one that I saw, The Rock flexed and busted out of a full body cast. But I'm not a car guy. I'm not a muscle guy. It's really not for me. These are more for me. I'm more into like spy movies where people are sneaking around.
I hope we didn't see all the stunts in the trailers. We kind of talked about this before Jurassic World also. I kind of hope I didn't see everything. I hope that there's more.
I'm at least hoping that even if they did show us everything, it goes on long enough that it still makes me feel tense.
I'm sure it will. I really hope that they didn't give away the cow.
I mean, well, yeah, because the last part of the give away the cow? At the end of the trailer, it looked like they were done, and then they're like, no, I got more. Here's a stunt. Oh, shit, I got another one.
And
Here's another.
And as you mentioned earlier, what else are we going to see in this movie?
Oh, fuck, we're going to see that fist fight. I'm so excited about. First of all, we're going to see the mustache that ruined Justice League. We'll know if Tom Cruise takes a mustache ride in this movie. Yes. Every time I see that fucking fist fight in that trailer, it's amazing. And it looks like it's like a full choreographed fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really disappointed if it's just shaky cam.
I'm sure as a martial artist, that's exciting for you to be able to see that.
See, it looks like it's very cleanly shot, at least from what they're showing in the trailer, but granted, it's cut very much with the music in the trailer, so. Is this something to think that when the first one came out, the big stunt was that he dropped from the ceiling on a wire? And now it's, he's got 2 helicopters, and he's crashing them into each other, and he's driving with his feet.
I know, we've come a long way. Any other expectations for the film before we go in?
I love Alec Baldwin.
Okay, great. We're going to go see the movie now.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm
We're
exhausted.
That was a long-ass movie.
But I loved every single second of it. And I feel like such a hypocrite for saying that, because any other movie that did half the dumb shit that they do in this movie, I'd be in here saying it was a wasted time. You
definitely give that movie a lot of liberty. There's a lot of suspension of disbelief.
No, but just like is like stupid fun. Out of all the movies that came out this summer, this is definitely a better choice than fucking like Jurassic World. And anybody who defended that movie on like, oh, don't think too much about it, man. How else would you have done it? Ta-da! And I was thinking about like a lot of the differences with that, because Jurassic World, I'm not willing to give any slack on that. But I think part of that is because Mission Impossible has consistently had better movies throughout the franchise, and Jurassic World is still riding on Jurassic Park.
I also think that when you're comparing a movie like Jurassic World to this movie, it's like when you go to a movie like Jurassic World, you already kind of know that it's going to be ridiculous because you're talking about dinosaurs in present day.
Right.
So it's like it needs more things to help ground it.
Right.
That it just didn't have. Whereas this movie, it's like, no, I can believe that there are all these secret crime organizations and, government involvement and all these different things and, terrorist groups and things like that. Like, these are real things that go on. So they almost have to add in some of the ridiculous stuff.
Right, in order for you to have fun.
You to have fun and be entertained by the movie and not just sit there and be like, wow, this is fucking depressing.
And this is anything but depressing.
Oh, no, definitely not.
This is such a fun movie, man. Just, it's slow evolution to where we are right now, so if you've seen every one, you just kind of buy into it, where it's like, yeah, at first I was blown away that, oh, he dropped on the wire, now, And now it's
scaling buildings. Now he's scaling fucking...
It's crashing helicopters into each other. And
rock walls on the side of a mountain.
I was very worried when I saw the trailer that it was going to spoil the movie for me because they did show you every single stunt. And while that's true, and I do think that certain things, one thing in particular really was spoiled by that trailer, it also had some misdirects in there.
You stop seeing parts of the trailer or the majority of the trailer like midway through the movie.
Right. The only things
I would say the half point, you were like, oh, this is new.
Right,
like,
the rest of the plot is not in the trailer. They give you the basic start-off plot. The only thing they really give away are the stunts, but told me, oh, Tom Cruise is in a helicopter crashing into another helicopter. That's not really like a spoiler. It's still something that I'm gonna want to see if you tell me, or if you don't tell me, it's gonna be the execution. Kind of like when a band shows you a set list, you know, like it's not like, you spoiled that you're gonna play this song, you know. Yeah, you're gonna do that. Let me see how you do it. And all these stunts take so long for them to carry out that you're on the edge of your seat because you're like, at any minute, like these little things could go wrong, and now we're in a different setup.
The whole movie was definitely very, very tense. It's a Mission Impossible movie. It's always gonna work out.
Right, he's gonna be fine
in some way or another.
You know,
nobody's, but there are some expendable characters that could end up dying at some point in time. Those are the ones that you're more like looking at, like, oh shit,
right?
Like who's gonna turn on who's really in on it and who's not. Who is that who I think they are?
Who the players are changes it all the way as well. I also think they're doing a really interesting thing with this villain that they've been one-offs up until the last one, 5. They have like a nice little back and forth, like him and Lane, like Henry Cavill. Talk about acting in this movie, and everybody's like just doing a serviceable job. You know what I mean? Like there's no Oscar-winning performances, but I'm saying this about fucking Henry Cavill since he was Superman. He can't act for shit. He's awful. He's a terrible actor.
And he's like an over-actor, bad actor. It's almost like, I almost felt like Tom Cruise was laughing at him at some point. Like they had to cut take and have Tom Cruise just be like, dude, you're taking this way too seriously. Like, I'm jumping out of a fucking helicopter. Like, you're acting like you're gonna get an Oscar for this movie.
And he does the fucking Superman voice so many times in this thing, where he says a sentence to you, and then he says another one, and it's very heroic. And then I was confused at what they were doing with him first, because at first he was very doofy, but then you were supposed to take him super seriously, and it was a mixed bag. I could have done without him, but at the same time, it's very hard for me not to watch him because there's just something about him where I'm like...
Well, he's a good-looking man. That's
right.
Part of
well,
it.
That and the mustache and the hair kind of... Especially when they were in the bathroom, that was working for him.
It's working for me, too. I give it a B. B minus B.
Yeah. This is a B plus for me. I had a really good time with it. It's so dumb that I can't give it anything better than that because they're totally stupid at this point, but I had so much fun with this movie. I gotta put it up there somewhere.
And you know what? I'll give it snaps for visual effects too.
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful movie. Visually,
better visual effects and better CGI than any of the fucking Marvel movies out nowadays. That these movies can hold their own up against, the Avengers movies and or any other superhero movie. It's I like to see that because I don't want our box office to be dominated by superhero movies. I enjoy superhero movies to an extent. There need to be other movies out there that aren't melodramas, that aren't stupid slapstick comedies, and that aren't comic book movies.
Right. And
I appreciate a movie like this that has its own franchise, that goes its beat of its own drum, and people still go out and see the movies. We went out and saw it the night it came out, and we were excited for it.
Now, for the sake of argument, even though he's not a superhero, right? We also have this subgenre of just characters who are way larger than life, like
superhuman, I would say. More
right.
than
Although Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt didn't start that way, he's definitely there now.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as like The Rock in something like Skyscraper, where that's like, or like Rampage, where at a certain point you're like, okay, you're not a person anymore.
But also, you know, the franchise has been going on for over 10 years. And it's like, if you're supposed to be following this character in somewhat like real time, you would expect him to become a better agent, to do more, you know, to be better than his original self. So I can almost give that to you. You know, I'm not going to say that everything's always going to work out for you every single time, like the movies kind of lead you to believe, but, you know, it's also a movie. You don't want to go to a movie and watch the hero of the movie die. All right, speaking of stakes, let's get into spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, turn it off now.
First of all, the biggest thing that was spoiled in the friggin' trailer, that it's his girlfriend on the motorcycle in the black helmet. Because that scene definitely
was that
plays...
supposed to be a spoiler? Well, because I knew that right away.
Well, the reason you know it is because in the trailer she lifts up the visor. But that's what I'm saying. That scene plays like you're not supposed to know. Ragnarok, when they keep saying, "Oh, the champion." You know it's the Hulk because you've seen the trailer. That scene plays out. They make a point to show you this person in the black uniform on the motorcycle. And they make a point not to show you the face. And it's played up like a reveal when she lifts it up, but you already know who that is.
I didn't necessarily have that much of an issue with that, just because it was obvious. Spoiler, Alec Baldwin dies. Back to what we said about having expendable characters, and you know, not everybody is invincible. You know, somebody I think did need to die in this franchise. They were really making you believe that it was going to be Simon Pegg for a while.
Yeah.
And then they were really making you believe that it was going to be Rebecca Ferguson for a while.
Well, see, I love Alec Baldwin.
I know you do.
And have to do something like that. There has to be somebody has to die. Because otherwise there's no stakes. It's like in Skyfall when they kill Judi Dench. They actually ripped it straight out of Skyfall. Yeah, you need your brain, but only to decipher how, like, dumb the plot gets. This person's double-crossing this person, and this person is on this team, but now he's on this team, and now he's evil. And it's funny enough that, like, even the characters in the movie keep turning around and going, why are you making this so complicated for me?
The first, like, 5 minutes of the movie, all I can hear in the back of my head is every movie review site that I watch going, holy shit, why are we talking so much about this? I thought it was pretty solid, though. I don't need to run out and see it again, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I'll probably watch it again, but I'm gonna wait till it's on DVD. All in all, solid movie. Tom Cruise is a great stuntman.
Yeah.
And can't wait for 7. Impossible Salvation.
Okay. This has been Ride Home Reviews.
The last one should be called Mission Possible, and then there's a check mark next to it.
This has been Ride Home Reviews. Thank you for watching. We put out content like this every week. Are you done?
Mission Impossible, welcome to the Tom's Cruise. It's not Tom Cruise, it's the Tom's Cruise.
We're going to go home and go to bed now.
There's 2 Tom Cruises in the front seat of a car.
Clearly, we're delirious at this point. Do you have anything else you want to say?
A plane lands on the car.
Okay, thank you for watching.
Tom Cruise